Yo, what is up, guys? Grim here. So today I got a bit of an update for you on the kind of map data, kind of statistics, kind of front here. A lot of people have really enjoyed my kind of spreadsheet that I put out for you guys, and what I've done is I've updated all of that information. Basically, I've added in 3 to 1 kind of recipes for each map, 1 to 3 I called them, kind of how to get the map from another set of maps, and that's going to be really good. And I've also added in a few exclusive drops like divination cards and stuff like that. We've also got the boss in there and the tile set. So without kind of going into Excel, I didn't really want to put it back in Excel, and I felt like the perfect place to put it would be on the website so that you can sort through the data really effectively. So this is going to be a little bit of an update for the website as well. So basically with the website, you can just come on here and go to maps, and what we can do in here is you'll notice that we have every single map here in the game. So you got beach here, the tier one, and I'm going to run you through what it all means and kind of how it works. So just to kick it off, we can sort any tier we want just by clicking on it here and it'll pop up. And we can also search multiple tiers. So if we want to see all the good tier 11, 12, and 13 maps, we can just go bang, 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 and we have them all here. Let's say that we want to shape up our T6, 7, and 8. We can take a look at all of our options here like that as well. And you'll notice these colors on the left-hand side here. This is the basically the Atlas ranking, the kind of meta score we've called it here, which I had in the other video as well. Sorry, the other spreadsheet. So basically, green is good, yellow is okay, and then red is not so great. If you don't understand any of this stuff here, I've also put little tooltips here so we can you can kind of have it explained to you a little bit here. So we've got the meta ranking kind of stuff here for the map. So Academy is not so great. Symmetry is pretty decent, and then you've got maps like Ramparts, Dunes, and Mausoleum, which are fantastic. So those are in green. So the kind of idea behind this is that you can sort maps with this tool however you want. So if you want to see how many yellow sextants can I get on, let's say all the T6 maps, you can just go bang and search it like this. Oh, okay, so Mausoleum has the most yellow sextants, Atol's got 4, and Ashenwood also has 4. And you can also see over here we have blocks. So we've got Atol, which has 19 blocks. We've got Underground Sea has 18, and we've got that kind of sorting there. So I think that's really powerful. You can kind of know what you want to know really quick, and you come in here, get that done, and kind of not have any questions about what's the best one to do. You don't have to click on a bunch of stuff, and it's just bang, in you go, and then you find it out. So we've also got an all option here if you want to just select all maps, and you can sort them by whatever you want there. So if you're curious, like what's the map with the most sextants on it, you'll notice it's Plaza with a grand total of 9 red sextants, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, we got that in there. And another thing I added was that you can search, I'm pretty sure, well, we're adding it in coming up. You can search steel rings and stuff like that. We want you to be able to find like where things drop really easily and quickly. So at the moment, I'm pretty sure you can just search map names, yeah, Plaza and stuff like that. So that's really, really cool. What I really want to explain though to you guys is this stuff over here because it can be a little bit confusing, and the boss. So when we're going for the boss here, you'll notice that it's kind of written out so that you'll know what it is from the story, and that's on purpose. We wanted it to be really beginner friendly, so you can remember, oh, Avarius, that's that guy in Chamber of Innocence. He's from Act 10, so that's the boss of Defiled Cathedral. Oh, okay, I understand. So that's there instead of kind of like some really long map boss name. So we wanted everyone to know what the mobs were going to be. So, oh, the Reef, that's Brian King. I know that boss. You know, Arakali, Argus. Calm, Act 4 Piety, stuff like that. So you guys are going to know exactly what you're going to be up against, and you'll be able to kind of prepare accordingly. Next up, we got like environment and stuff like that. This isn't too important, but we thought we'd throw it in there just so that you guys know what you're kind of going into. So you might be like, oh, Chamber of Innocence, I know that. So it's going to be a little bit like that, and you kind of know what the map is before you go into it, or have to search it up on YouTube or something like that. So that's really, really cool. In terms of blocks, what this number means is basically you have your maps and you have the sextant locations around it. So Plaza has 9 here. And then there's going to be maps around that, which are going to be used for blocks. And then obviously more maps outside of those maps, which will be able to use for blocks as well. So for Plaza, in the whole total area of that area, you're going to have 16 total maps which are going to be able to apply blocks to your sextant locations. And you got Defiled Cathedral with 19, and then obviously you can see some have a whopping amount, like 26 blocks for Ghetto. That is nuts. and 7 red sextants. So you can see already that that's really crazy. And let's say we didn't want to see any of the red maps, we can take all of those out and just see that, oh, Bog has a lot of blocks as well. One thing to note though is all these statistics are assuming that you're fully completing your atlas, so you will have to tweak a little bit if you're completing all those red maps. Sorry, if you're not completing all those red maps, you will lose a few blocks from that, and you might lose a sextant location or two if you don't want to use the red ones. But in general, this is going to be kind of like your go-to kind of place if you want just quick information. You want to find like, oh, how do I get a bog map, or let's just come up with one off my head. Mausoleum. How do I get Mausoleum? Oh, okay. So to get Mausoleum, I'll need 3 barrows, or to get a lava chamber. I like if what do I get if I trade in 3 mausoleums? You'll get a lava chamber kind of thing. And we wanted it to be really quick and easy to use. And I think we've kind of hit that nail on the head. Just to kind of continue with the update, what we also did is you'll notice all of the weapons now have their ranged, so their DPS on them basically split into physical DPS and elemental DPS, and then we've added those together so that you can kind of see the total DPS as well. A good example of that would be Debion's Dirge, which we can look up here. Yeah, so we got Debian's Dirge over here. You can see 139.6 physical damage, about 500 elemental, and then when you add them together, you get that 640.1. And that actually is kind of a crazy number. I never realized how much Debian's Dirge had, but when you compare it to something like Edziri's Disfavor, which is right here, you can see it's actually kind of comparable. Obviously, physical damage is better than elemental, but yeah, it's still pretty nuts. So yeah, I think the website's definitely coming along. One thing I really wanted to say is shout outs to everyone who has been helping me. I've been getting a lot of emails with like things to fix up on the website. That kind of stuff is invaluable to me. It really lets me get in there and do stuff way faster and kind of move on with more big features, which is really fantastic because that's what we all want at the end of the day. We just want some really cool tool we can use to kind of like play PoE a bit faster, spend less time on kind of like the wiki and spend more time in game having fun. So I think we've pretty much done that. As always, if you guys have any suggestions about what's in there, do you think the UI is absolutely shocking for the maps? You just tell me about that and I'll be able to fix that up. In terms of the UI overall, the message has been heard pretty loud and clear that we need to update that. So we're currently working with a few people on that. And we should be able to come up with something really amazing, which every single player is happy with, hopefully, and lets you get to the information you want nice and quick and easy, and allows you to browse a little bit and stuff like that. So I just want you guys to know that I literally go through every single comment on these videos, and I put them in a document, and every single thing gets read, and we go over it when we're deciding what to do next. So right at the moment, the thing that we're kind of going to go for next is going to be finishing off the database. So we're going to do divination cards and flasks, and we're also going to do skill gems. And in terms of skill gems, what we want to do is add in gifts for every single active skill gem. So if you're using Tornado Shot, we're going to have a little bit of a GIF playing to show you what Tornado Shot looks like, similarly with like Firestorm and stuff like that. And then if the site really blows up, we can also do it for skins and stuff like that. So really, really cool. I think you guys are going to really enjoy that. In addition to that, with the skill gems, we're also going to show every single eligible support gem for each active skill gem. So if you're talking about Tornado Shot, obviously it's a projectile attack, so we can show all of the projectile supports for that. So you'll have like physical projectile damage, greater multiple projectiles, all that kind of stuff. So you can look forward to that coming in the kind of next few weeks. We're going to be setting a pretty crazy pace so that we can kind of get this to the point where everyone feels comfortable using it and they really enjoy using it. We kind of want to be the go-to place for PoE. Just one thing to add here is exclusive drops. I've added all the big ticket items off the wiki. However, kind of reliably getting the data outside of kind of the wiki is a bit difficult right now. Obviously, it's not really possible for me to go through every single map, run it like 100 times and know exactly what divination cards drop. So if you guys want to contribute and help out, sharing your experiences of where divination cards drop, if you notice it's missing here, would be invaluable to me. So you can just shoot me an email, drop a comment in the YouTube comments, or if you like Reddit more, I'm going to link a Reddit post as always to here. And if you want to discuss the website, criticize it, anything like that, you can do that over there as well. You can also list your drop rates over there and maybe discuss it with a few other players as well. So as always, guys, thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot. all the work you help me out with. I can't express how much it really does save me a lot of time and allows me to do like bigger things, better things, and move on with the kind of the mission of making this website. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.